ask yourself, why am I feeling this inside when this person says this about me? Oh, it's because my best friend in my childhood used to say this kind of stuff about me and it made me believe it's true, and now somebody said it and reminded me of the wound that has always been there and needs to be healed. Do you get what I'm saying? Hello my loves, my name is Anila Sita, the channel is Anila Sita 101. Today we're going to be talking about a little topic that I've been experiencing recently, and you know me, I'm just authentic bitch. I'm real and I talk about the kinds of things that are going on in my life. So recently I've had quite some hate come my way. That shit is coming to an end because we are no longer manifesting that dark energy, but I think everybody deals with these kind of things from time to time, regardless of what you're doing in your life. Especially if you're gonna go on a path that is something that you want to do and not everybody agrees with it, it's kind of likely that people are going to have shit to say about you. So this is really for any situation in your life that you feel you're getting hate or like negative energy or comments, or you just don't know how to deal with these kind of things. I'm here to help you and motivate you and make you feel better about yourself, and also talk about kind of like how I deal with it. Recently had this whole scandal happen on my TikTok. I don't really want to get into it too much because I feel like getting into it feeds that energy. But long story short, I had loads of hate comments come my way then to my TikTok account, which made me, delete it for a few days and just find my way back to myself, because hate isn't pretty when it happens. But I want to give you some perspectives when it comes to hate that are going to change your mind and make you realize actually hate is a blessing. Yep, I said that. I'm going to talk about why. But also, it's just been all at once. I've had a very popular Instagram site post one of my videos, and even though I was like over the moon when it happened, the comment section is full of shit and is full of hate, and it's full of like really stupid comments of things that I never thought people would really make the time to comment stuff like that and to be so hateful towards a person. But it's really made me recognize how important it is to heal yourself and to make sure that you feel comfortable in your skin, because when you're comfortable in your skin, nothing can make you feel bad. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just want to talk a little bit like about the psychology of hate and why people do it, because I really feel like this helps me a lot when I bring it back to this. So think about it this way. The reason why people have to bring someone else down is because most likely they're not doing good in their life and they're not happy with their life. So they really feel the need to go and hate on somebody else. It's a very cowardly way of getting out like their negative energy, because for some reason it gives those people a kind of kick. A different way that I like to look at hate is you should be flattered. You should be flattered that people even take the time out of their day to talk about you. There's like this thing, a bad publicity is still publicity, because it's true. If people are talking about you, you should be flattered. Whether it's negative or positive, people think you're important enough to be spoken about. And I saw this other thing on TikTok that really opened my eyes, where they were talking about this graph. I'm gonna draw it for you now. All right, so we got this graph here. I hope you can see it. At the top how we have love and hate, and on the sides we've got dislike and like. What I'm trying to say with this graph is that if you want people to love you, then you have to be willing to put yourself out there in a way where other people can also hate you. Because everything that is like one extreme is also going to have the other. It's like a yin and yang thing. Most people find themselves on the scale of like and dislike. They would rather be perceived in an average way because they're afraid of putting themselves out there completely. Think about some of the biggest celebrities, like Kylie Jenner is a great example. She's probably got a lot of people who are huge stans of her and absolutely adore her, but she's also got a lot of people that just hate on her. And that's the way that it is with these really famous celebrities. To get to a certain point where you're really successful, you have to have that, because people if they're gonna talk about you, everybody has different opinions, and that's the beauty of this world. I just try to see it as like, you know, that's just all these different opinions, and it's okay if people have different opinions. It's okay if people hate, just let them. I want to get to my thing now, how I was saying that hate is actually a blessing. So the reason why hate is actually a blessing is because, I'm gonna make an example. So if somebody said to you, you're ugly and you're fat, if you don't see yourself that way, so if you think you're pretty and you think you're fine with your figure and you never had any insecurities, and somebody says that about you, you're kind of just gonna laugh and be like, okay, bye bitch. It's not gonna be something that really triggers you because you know who you are at the end of the day. But if you have personal issues with your weight, or you feel not attractive enough, you don't love yourself, and you don't think you're beautiful, a comment like that is bound to make you feel really shit. So the reason why I say it's a blessing is because when people are hating on you, they're actually mirroring to you what you still need to heal in yourself. I've really noticed this within me too. Like when people say certain things about me, sometimes it's not even that I believe the things that they're saying. I've realized for me, I get triggered because I still have this extreme need to people please. I have this need to want to be liked by everyone. I have this need for people to think I'm a good person. And that's why certain things trigger me, because I'm like, no, all of these people are saying stuff about me and it's not true. And I feel helpless. I can't change anything about it. And it's like, yeah, and so what? You can't change anything about it. Like I said, people are talking about you at least. You're important enough to be spoken about. This is really for anything in life that you're gonna do. Like, it's not even if you want to do something influential. It could even just be doing a certain business, being in a certain company, being in a relationship and everybody's talking about it. Like, people are always gonna talk. But you know what? There's another saying which goes, those who mind don't matter. So the people who care so much about your shit and insult you, they don't matter. And the ones who actually matter, they won't mind what kind of person you are or like what you're doing. They won't hate on you like that because they're the ones who matter. So you have to focus on the ones that do matter in your life. And I know it's hard because we as humans, I think, are kind of like conditioned to see criticism and we take it more seriously than the love that we do get. But it's really a matter of training your brain and like trying to beat that biological aspect where I think it's like 80% of our thoughts are negative. That's just something that you gotta work on and train, you know what I'm saying? But it's really a blessing when people talk shit about you for so many reasons. I mean, even in a business way, it's like you want people to talk about you because sales go up. And I know sometimes it can get really easy to be sucked into that shit and be like, oh my God, like everybody hates me and I'm such a victim and what am I gonna do? And you want to go into that mindset, but it's like, bitch, you's a queen. Sorry, I had to scream that shit, but you're a queen, okay? See your worth. Forget about what these people have to say about you. They at least want to talk about you, you know? And also something I want to say is most of the time when people hate on you, they are projecting their shit onto you. It's not even you. Most people in this world are always projecting. Everybody is. The positive and the negative. I remember as a kid, I had certain people around me who would say things like people are cruel and women will always get jealous of you. You can't be friends with females. And I heard that shit and was like, I don't resonate with that. I'm gonna create my own reality. Already as a little girl, I was like, I don't want to talk about the world in that way. That is pure bullshit. People have their own projections about this world, and that's perception leads them to attract certain experiences. It's basically like, I always said the world is beautiful and there's so many great people, and I remember ever since I've been saying that, I attracted such incredible people into my life. It's because of the way that I speak about this world. So please know that those people who are hating, especially when some of the hate is like completely irrational and doesn't even make any sense, know that that's maybe something that they were told as a kid. You know, if somebody calls you ugly, like probably their mother or father said that kind of shit to them. And you just have to feel sorry for them and be like, you poor soul. Don't get triggered by it. And if you do get triggered, amazing. Go and heal yourself. Go and fix that shit. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this inside when this person says this about me? Why does it make me feel that way? And then you'll realize, oh, it's because my brother or my best friend in my childhood used to say this kind of stuff about me, and it made me believe it's true, and now somebody said it and reminded me of the wound that has always been there and needs to be healed. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, kind of coming down to practically speaking, what I actually do with hate I get. There's a few different ways in which hate can come. It can come online, it can come in the form of people speaking about you, it can happen directly in your face. So like a family member could say something to you like, you're fucking stupid, what the fuck are you doing with your life? That's a form of hate too, by the way. When people don't support you, when people want to talk you down. So I'm going to tell you the different ways I deal with those. Online, I block and I delete. I used to spend my time replying to comments, and I've realized there is no point in doing that, because if somebody has set their mind on you already and said this is who she is, and just decided that you're that kind of person without any real evidence and without even knowing you, because at the end of the day they're a stranger, they're not going to change their mind even if you reply to them, because they thrive off of the drama. It gives them adrenaline to have drama, to fight with someone. I'm not that kind of person anymore. I realized a very dysfunctional part of me used to always want to fight back and argue back, and these days I realize there's no point, because again, you can't change people's minds who've already set their mind on what kind of person you are. You have to just focus on yourself and know what kind of person you are, and focus on the people who are here to understand you, not the ones who don't want to understand you. So certain hate I will just leave if I don't really care much about it. Also because, like I said, publicity is great, and the same is like on social media. When somebody comments hate, the algorithm doesn't know what they're commenting. They just know that they are commenting on your video. And if somebody comments on your video, it boosts your video or your post or whatever it is in the algorithm, and it actually performs better. So there's really so many upsides to hate. That's what I usually do. I just leave it, or if it's really, really vicious, I block and delete, because I don't need that energy. And you do have to protect your energy if it's affecting you a certain way. Especially if it's triggering you and it's making you feel really shit, block and delete it so you don't have to look at that shit, okay? The form of hate of people talking about you. So I know a lot of people experience this, people just talking shit about you in your environment, and you just don't know what to do about it. It could be your own family. You ignore it. You act like the better person that you are. You don't feed it. You don't try to explain yourself. You go and live your life, and you don't waste your energy on people who are miserable with themselves, because chances are, even if your family's hating on you, most likely it's like your success is triggering them in their not success. You're triggering them to feel inadequate and insecure in themselves, and that's why they have the need to hate on you. But you can't do anything about that. That's their issue to see within themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? Just like when you get triggered, it's nobody's job to make you feel better. It's your job to go and heal yourself and face your wounds, okay? That's what I will say with people talking shit about you. Now, talking shit in your face, this is another one. When people attack you, when people come for you, and I've had this in my life. I've had family members try to be like, you are not gonna do this, you're ridiculous, you should be ashamed of yourself, because of the path that I've chosen. And I've realized those kinds of people, sadly, I also block. Even if it's your own family. Sometimes, like I said, you have to protect your own energy. And there is no point in wasting energy trying to argue with people, friends, family members, whatever they may be. If it's a friend, most of the time, cut that person off. No need for that energy in your life. If it's a family member, I block them for as long as I need, for the time that I need to heal myself, focus on myself. And most of the time, they come back around and realize they can't talk to me that way. And that's just like a lesson as well in self-worth and self-respect. Don't allow people to disrespect you. Always treat yourself with respect. And if somebody doesn't act in line with your boundaries that you've set for how people should talk to you, then it's time to just shut those people off and block them, because you don't have to do anything. You don't have to answer to anyone. That's all I've got to say about hate. I really hope that this video was useful to you. I tackled a lot of different things in this video, and I'm sending you so much love and light. Please reach out to me if you have any of these kind of issues. I want to help you get rid of those toxic people in your life. You deserve good. You deserve beautiful people around you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sending you so much love and light.